That was Jake.
We can't even go. I can't even rehash all that. We just got to move on.
Sorry for the bad news, mate.
Yo,
but
well,
yeah,
shout out
Colossus.
Yeah, shout out.
Dude.
We would have just wasted fucking 2 hours.
No,
Damn,
that's the homie right there. I appreciate it, man. That's an Omega lol if I've ever seen it.
Well, I guess at this point, might as well talk about fucking
might as well
electric planes.
Everything that we just did.
Oh my god, dude, we were going on right there.
What time point is this? Because you have to just edit it out, I guess.
I mean,
that's
it's not really gonna
fucking question.
Praise me. I mean, I'm not gonna go as far as to praise you because we just got off a topic like that. But I appreciate it. Homie.
I'm not religious,
dude. That is not good.
I appreciate that. That is not a good.
I'm gonna have to double check this. Just
Yo,
to make sure
dude, wait. Fuck Haley. She never gave us closure after she said she couldn't
dude,
fucking hear.
just
She gave up.
Haley, you are definitely toxic.
Yo,
Haley,
she's
Haley.
toxic.
What is Haley's Twitch?
Yo, it's over.
What's Haley's Twitch?
Haley Switch?
Yeah, Haley Fits.
Bitch. That sucks,
dude.
man.
I'm putting the toxic emote on here, dude. That's Haley.
I don't even want to rehash all the shit we talked about with religion.
We're not going to.
That's the same. Like, I can't rehash all of that. All right, well, next, I mean, fuck it then. I guess we'll talk about how Elon Musk is going to make goddamn crazy electric planes that are going to fucking run the world.
Dude, honestly, when he was talking about the electric planes,
dude, remember the tunnel systems we were talking about before?
Yeah.
That I loved hearing about that.
Yeah,
that was sick.
I think that's gonna be dope.
Dude, all I can imagine when he was talking, like the Harrier in the Call of Duty games. I just imagine just something like. But I guess at the same time, even though it's not an engine, it would still have to be loud as fuck because they're still pushing air. You know what I mean? Like at some point, like it's still not gonna be just. Even though you don't have combustion, but you're pushing fucking air out, even if it's electric or not. So like, you're still gonna make sound.
Dude, you know what makes sense? But it's so sad that he smoked weed and this Tesla stock went down 8%.
Oh, I fucking know, man.
That's so messed up.
What didn't it land on like 9? It stopped like 9% was like the landing point for it.
Yes, and then but I mean it oscillated after that. It was just like an initial drop when the stock's open. It dropped down that.
Dude, it hit hard.
Well, dude, a lot. His problem.
Elon Musk
he's a great guy.
Well, dude, his problem. Oh, I think he is too. But his problem is that. I feel like they're gonna run into is like someone got fired from Tesla for failing a drug test and like smoking pot. But at the same time, he's the fucking owner. If he wants, that's what I'm saying. He wasn't like breaking the law. He was doing it somewhere illegal. That's what I'm saying. Like if he wants to smoke fucking pot, he can smoke it and blow in your fucking face. Let him blow.
He said Tesla isn't even that good.
Debatable, man. Teslas are
dude.
dope.
Their cars.
I think Tesla's just a good start to the new generation of eco-friendly
the
vehicles and shit.
The P100D is flame.
And as far as safety goes,
they're the safest car on the road.
They've tested better than any other car.
I mean, ultimately, no matter where it's even at, it's just a precursor to where things are about to go. Yeah. It's just making jumps in that tech and making that tech.
Yeah, it's making strides that
you know
other
what
companies
I mean?
aren't making.
Which is cool because ultimately, I mean, no matter how much you like cars the way they are now, at some point in time in the future, things are going to fucking change. It's just the way it's going to work. I mean, like it's going to be green, clean energy is the future, and that's where things are going. Like.
Dude, another cool thing was the solar panel tiles that he was talking about. I've heard about those too.
Did you see the images of them?
Yeah,
where they
the picture of them.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And it's an invisible cell from how they designed that. You were
Well,
saying how hard that was to make. That was pretty cool.
Your Prius greater than the Tesla? See, I'm gonna go ahead and challenge you there. No.
You have a Prius?
I respect you driving a Prius,
gas mileage?
Doing your thing.
No.
Gas mileage? No, Tesla's
because
better.
Tesla's electric.
It's electric.
Yeah,
doesn't use
can't
gas.
beat that.
Yeah, but at the same time, it still takes gas to get the electricity that you charge.
300 and something miles, dude.
Yeah, it's 300 miles, but like that's what people don't understand is what it takes to charge that battery. Gas is still getting fucking burned along the way. Like it's not coming out of your fucking car. But if you get a crazy influx of people charging their fucking cars, you just increase the demand for energy, which takes fucking fuels to do. You kind of see what I'm saying? Unless you make
it's solar powered.
The car's not solar powered. No,
the car's not solar.
You charge the car with a fucking. It's like a dryer outlet in your fucking house.
The only car that was ever tried to be solar powered was the Fiskars, but it wasn't. It was like for like a.
He said he tried. He said he tried to do something where it would be some sort of solar power thing, but he said the car was just super boxy, and so it just wasn't. It didn't work. And I can't imagine. There's no way solar panels are that dope yet, where you can charge a fucking car like that and maintain energy with fucking 3 solar panels on a car. Yeah. Like as long as it would take to drive, you're like I guess your the fuel tank or like the length of time you can drive would be probably small as fuck.
And you gotta think like the solar powered, like people like if you let's say they were solar powered, you park somewhere where there wasn't, you couldn't get sunlight.
I mixed it up to where they were talking about the solar what they would have to do because he was like talking about a solar panel hood or something.
Yeah.
He said you got knowledge. Yeah. He said blue guy got knowledge.
Knowledge. Dude, I'm not gonna lie though. I think it'd be sick to have electric type planes though.
Electric planes.
I feel like that's a cool.
He's already making electric.
That's a
semis.
cool fucking idea. It's just it's fucking.
Semis look so
it's just juicy to think about.
Well, dude, I think that the whole tunnel system is going to cause a huge deficit in the aviation field for sure.
I mean, I think it's just a competitor. Dude. I think it's just, my thing is, it just seems like a lot of money to put in infrastructure to build something that massive that's.
Well, that's kind of something that we need in this country.
Oh, I mean, I think that it's a good idea. I just think that to actually implement that, what it would take to implement that to really connect the United States all around with these crazy tunnels, it's a massive project.
Well, it's going to be.
It's not. I mean, it's not just putting gas in a plane.
No, it's going to take years.
Those big tunnels, I feel like, will be more regional. You won't have them connecting coast to coast. It'll be like
I mean, maybe
Los Angeles to San Francisco.
Maybe over time.
Yeah, but that's way in the future. We won't even
of
be
course,
alive
but still.
What is it like when they first connected the railroad from east to west coast? What is it, the Transcontinental Railroad or something like that? When they first did it.
How long will it take for
driverless cars, basically autopilot cars?
Dude, my opinion on that is, I think 50 plus years. It's not even going to be a car that we can.
We covered.
I don't even know if we'll call it a car at that point.
It'll be a car still. What are you gonna call it? What would you call? What would you call a flying car?
Pod or something. See, that's another thing with talking about these tunnels and shit. I think that we're gonna have some sort of system like that in the future. I'm talking way down.
I think that's an option, but I think at the same time, if you have an entire society with driverless cars, you don't fucking need it. Because it's our. I mean, ultimately, we've hashed this out before on podcasts. Like when you have driverless cars, like the fact that they all interact. I mean, you're talking to like fractions of a second, they can alter their speed to make it through a distance between cars. And like as far as intersections, you don't need them. It's just a constant flow of cars in every direction that are all connected to each other.
When he said, would you still need a driver's test? Honestly, when it got to that point where the cars are autonomous, I don't even think anyone would own them.
Yeah,
I would just think there would be a set number of cars on the road, and like if you needed one, you would just be like, if you pull up like an app on your phone and be like, basically, you need a car, come pick you up and.
Because I feel like it's more, once it gets to like mass adoption, I feel like it's more of a fucking variable for someone to be fucking driving.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I feel like that's the thing you want to avoid at that point, because at least you know if it's all computer driven, just because of the interconnectivity of everything, you know where everything fucking stands. Like it's just you put a fucking human in there, wild card. But gas cars will never leave.
Numbers.
Gas car, you'll still have there'll still be farm trucks and shit that drive around on properties. You just won't be able to take that bitch on the main road.
Yeah, no, it'll be illegal.
To like some fucking crazy looking.
You'd have like dirt roads and stuff that wouldn't be. But like as far as like it'd be like a nationally recognized roadway. Yeah. Like it would be.
Because like what he's talked about too is like doing like tunnel systems under cities. It would never be like that. It's too impractical.
Could kids?
It's just too impractical.
I don't know. Maybe.
You could definitely send your kid in like a car and have that car take them somewhere.
Well, the infrastructure that it takes for those tunnels, it would have to be public. It would have to be public transportation.
It's not gonna be private.
Like you're not gonna be able to pull up in a city next to a building and it lowers you into this thing on the sled and it just takes it. It's just not gonna be like. Not to mention, ultimately, how many fucking elevators you're gonna have throughout the city that really make that much of a difference in New York City? You know
I feel like it could get scaled down to some sort of.
I just think you're better off with just complete autonomous system of just driverless cars rather than building a bunch of fucking tunnels that ultimately think about if you have how many elevators taking cars up and down from these tunnels would it take to really make much of a fucking difference in New York City with the amount of cars.
The only issue with that is the more autonomous the system gets, then it creates room for fucked up people to come in and do something.
Yeah, man, but at the same time, man, if you don't think that that's some sort of but that'd be like the same way if like someone's hacking the fucking NSA or like our nuclear code. Like that shit would have so many fucking backwalls on it that you just can't fucking touch it. You know what I mean?
The firewalls and security that would be put into that system, because it would ultimately, like we've talked before, it would be a hive mind. It would just be one.
It's exactly
it
what
it would be one. It wouldn't be like you'd have a bunch of these different AIs controlling all these cars. It would be one specific.
And I like that Elon didn't really.
Could kids drive then if they are safe? Well, I just feel like it wouldn't be driving.
No one would be driving. The kid would just get in the car and it would just drive them wherever they need to go.
I mean, dude, and they've even talked about too, like when you have cars like that, like the car. Say you own the pod or whatever the fuck you want to call it, vehicle, whatever. Like you go to work, that car works for you all day. Taking trips and you know what I mean, so it's actually kind of sick if you think it's like it's like I got a job and my car got a job.
You put your car to work.
That's what I'm saying.
But see, that's where I don't think anyone would own cars now. I don't like if it got to that point. I don't think you would own one. It would just be like a community thing.
Yeah, but who the fuck pays for that?
I don't know, man.
You know what I mean? Just like
by that time, I think it'll be like universal basic income will be a thing. Like it'll be.
I think at some point down the line,
and how much you pay for gas a week.
Yeah, dude.
In the next 100 years,
gas by then. I think those would be.
No, I'm
electric.
talking about when you say who pays for the transportation system. Think about how much you pay for gas like every week. You know.
Oh, as far as just like levying another tax that everyone throws in.
But
but at that point, like no one's going to be like, people are gonna be like, fuck that. I want my own shit that I can leave the moment I want to leave. Like that'd be like every time you want to go somewhere, you have to wait for a vehicle to come pick you up. Yeah. It wouldn't be like that. It would definitely. It's gonna be one of those things in the same way like when you first get tech. And like, all right, so the same way, like all those big box phones back in the day, just price-wise, incredibly overpriced. From what now you can get it for fucking 30 cents.
Briefcase phones.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But that shit's hundreds of dollars back then. You know what I mean? Yeah. But it's like ultimately when it starts adoption, it's gonna be expensive as shit. But over time, in the same way, I don't know if we've talked about it on here, but like at some point in the next 50 to 100 years, you're gonna see as far as like robots and stuff like that, like a house robot, shit like that, and it's gonna be something that. Ultimately, when it first comes to fruition, it's going to be crazy expensive, and only the elite will have it. But as the tech changes and it gets adopted, it'll be the same way as like you put a down payment on a car. You put a down payment for like a house robot.
It's going to be made by Apple, and it's going to be called the iButler.
And then you get
Apple.
And then
Apple call me.
After 12 o'clock, you get I fucked.
Yeah, I fucked.
But I think it'd be sick, man. Like, have you seen the fucking robots that Disney has now for their fucking stunts?
Yeah.
Oh, it's crazy, man. Like. I didn't even know that fucking tech was as far as it was after seeing that. Like, just the fluidity of the movement is insane.
It's scary.
Oh, dude, I want to watch robot fights and shit.
Yeah.
Like, that's all I want. Somebody from Texas calling me. I ain't answering it.
If it's important, they'll leave a message.
Somebody from Texas calls you. Never fucking answer it.
Dude, I just think, especially like Elon Musk, it's so cool to talk about, but we really just do not understand the power of artificial intelligence, I think.
At the same, and I agree. Dude, but I feel like it's the next fucking step. It's the next step.
Yeah, but it had, dude. What scares me is the fact that these corporations and stuff, nobody wants to regulate it.
It has to be approached the correct way.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's where I think he's on the right track trying
but the way the American system is set up with corporate greed and stuff, I mean, why are we still using fossil fuels, you know? It's
because
so stupid.
It's because there's so much money at play. There's so much money at play.
Exactly.
It's all greed.
Exactly.
I mean, ultimately,
with the money that could be in play with artificial intelligence, I don't see it ever.
I mean, the way it's going to happen is because I mean, we said it, just there's so much fucking money at play that it's going to take some sort of crazy tech that becomes easily attainable to the everyday person before that shit goes away, where they have no other option. Like, they can't push it back or postpone it or change legislation. They can't. At that point, you just got to change or you fucking fail.
Well, see, that's what he was talking about. He said the point where it becomes, oh shit, we need to do something about that, that'll be too late. Because of how fast.
That's AI. I'm just talking about like getting off fossil fuels and shit like that. Like AI and stuff, it's a different story. You can't say, all right, things are fucked. We need 10 years to follow. That's why I think, I mean, he was right when he talked about ultimately if AI gets to that point, it's got to be the merge between you and tech, which I think is fucking so juicy. I think it's awesome. I mean, imagine like this. We've talked about it before too. Like with the having contact lens, you put in there like augmented reality. Like I look at you on the street. Says like a little like whatever like is like a
your bio.
So your social media page pops up, shit like that. You know what I mean? Like that is cool as fuck. And that type of stuff is just like something that I feel like that's possible for us to see in our lifetime that I'm excited to see. Because we're at like a weird stage, even in the world, where in the same way that like our grandparents look at where things are at now and they're like, it just seems like fucking a new planet. In the same way, in 20, 30 years with us, we're going to look at it and be like, what the fuck is going on?
What interests me the most about it is health shit with prosthetics and...
Oh, for sure. For sure. Well, I think in the future, man, like, ultimately, man, that's when we've even talked about, like, as far as, like, that universal-based income, because over time, in the next 100 years, what profession will not be done autonomously? Yeah. Like, name one. Doctors and shit like that, done. Surgery's done. Yeah. Like, you have like telecom? No, you'll have an AI person. It'll be AI that calls you. You don't even need the robot. You just need the AI system to call you. You know what I mean?
Like you know what I'm saying is you call customer service, you're getting that system. You're not even talking to a person.
That's what I'm saying. Like I can't think of many fields in 100 years from now that can't be controlled by tech and like outsource the human aspect. And what do you do? What do you do when you're looking at crazy? I mean, if you get to 60% unemployment in the United States, you're fucking having riots in the streets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And what are you gonna have? We have what, 330 million people in the United States? What are you gonna have, like fucking 200 million tech guys running around? Like everybody's wearing glasses.
No, everyone's gassed, dude.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody's got a bald head, wearing glasses. Like, you know what I mean? Like
everybody's
it can't do it, man. Like, I mean, shit, landscaping, all of that shit is. I mean, you have autonomous lawnmowers and shit now. I mean, and this is early stuff. I mean, what, maybe a lawyer? But at that point, like, I don't even know, like, how. I mean, if as far as like knowing the law and knowing how to talk about like getting your way through a loophole in the law, would a computer not be able to do it better than a fucking human mind? You know what I mean? Like, instantly. That's what I'm saying. Like, I can't think of anything that wouldn't be controlled. All manufacturing, all lines, all like manufacturing is already on. It's pretty much what I'm saying. On. Fast food's already on its way out. Like construction, it's all going to be probably 3D printing. It's just the way it's. I feel like it's gonna go. It's not gonna be something like there'll be jobs, but the level of unemployment would just be so high that you'll see mass.
Well, I think
chaos. They have to do something.
I think we're to the point already where it's just why are we still all working? I just think it's ridiculous that we have a system in place where everybody has to work a 9 to 5 every single day.
It is, and that's why millennials get the bad rep. And it's not because millennials themselves are boring or are fucking lazy. I don't think. I think it's because it was like something about how millennials don't stay in jobs for very long. Yeah. But it's like it's not because they're fucking lazy. It's they don't. The job climate that is now is not what they fucking want. In the same way, like I don't
our age want to be doing something that serves a purpose, and most jobs these days, I would say about 80.
They want to be able to pursue. That
I would say 80% of jobs today just serve some.
Well, dude, it's all done on a fucking computer anyway. Like even for me, I go into work every day to design like bridges and shit on a fucking computer all day. I could sit at my house and do that right now. Yeah. I don't need to be in there to do that. You know what I mean? But you have to. It's just the fucking job climate. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like that's the type of shit that you're seeing. That it's like more people than ever work from home on days, which is weird. That I never knew that was a thing that was as popular as it started to become. Like Haley's roommate works from home at times, just randomly can work from home. I was like, yo, that's sick. Alan's friend works at home 3 days a week doing engineering. You know what I mean? That's cool.
The company she worked for relocated, and they're now like 3 hours away from her.
And that's how it's
instead of her,
now.
She goes there maybe once a week.
Exactly.
She has to go in the office once a week or 2 days a week. She has to be down there, and then she comes home and she works from home the rest of the week. And she only has to do that.
And that's how it's going to be.
She only has to do that every 2 weeks.
Exactly. And it's not about like no one wants to show the fuck up every day from fucking 8 to fucking 5 or 8 to 4, 9 to 5. Like fuck that, dude. When you can do the same work from your house, like obviously if you're like a manager in your like service industry, shit like that, you got to be there. You got to have people there doing it. I get it. But as far as most things, it's done. Like,
it's a good percentage of people in America that are just going through their weeks for the weekend.
Yeah.
Basically.
Like people who do telecom, like callers and stuff like that. Why aren't they not just sitting on their fucking own personal couch? Why aren't they not sitting on their own personal couch making these calls and they just have to meet, like, as far as sales go, they just don't have to meet some sales quota that they do. You can't make that call from your fucking house. You have to sit in a cubicle all day.
They got to be present because they got to be able to monitor what you're doing.
That's what I'm saying.
They have to account
for but if you have, like, work line, I mean, there's ways around that. It's just like, oh, you have to be here. Like, but it's just, they don't want it to be like that. I feel like they want to be able to see your face actually there doing it.
Well, there's a huge fear around it, too, that people working from home or whatever will just become huge pieces of shit and lazy, and I just think that people like that, like, let them. They're gonna be fucking. But
there's a level of accountability. It's easy to find.
There needs to be some system put into place where those people, you have the ability to escalate, but if you're gonna be a piece of shit, then be a piece of shit.
I mean, ultimately, man, it's easy to see if you're productive, regardless if you're working at home, in the office, in space. Like, it doesn't fucking matter.
Numbers don't.
You're productive or productive. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's what. It's kind of gotten away from it, but I feel like that's what you're starting to see more. But at the same time, I feel like it's all just a placeholder for where things are about to go.
Yeah. Making somebody go into the office and say like, "Oh, you're more productive." Like, no, if you were gonna be lazy, you would be lazy in the office just like you would at home.
I mean, fuck,
it's not gonna change anything.
We've talked about that's when we touched on universal basic income. Not last time with JT, but the time before that when we talked.
Yeah,
I mean, with all the spending we do on military budget, we're like close to $700 billion a year. It's like we're. The next 10 people combined, you know what I mean? Like, we don't even have to drop it dramatically. Like, what can we do with $100 billion that we just freed the fuck up?
Yeah.
Are we that defenseless much more defenseless because we're
Oh
using
my God,
600 billion instead of 700 billion.
China's gonna invade.
You know what I mean? Like all these people, it's all bullshit.
The Russians are gonna get ahead.
Who was it we talked the other day? It's like everyone wants to talk about nuclear war anyway. That's bullshit. I am a firm believer that if things go wrong, nuclear war is not how we're going out. No one's invested in killing themselves and everybody in the world because you're gonna rule. You can't rule when you're dead.
Everyone knows now if one bomb goes off, they're all going.
That's what I'm saying. So everyone's not invested in just destroying the world.
Personally, I believe there's I think there's just like a mutual understanding. I won't say it's an agreement. I do think there's an understanding with every superpower, at least in the world, that we're not dropping nukes on people. We're not dropping those kind of bombs.
Like it's even Kim Jong-il, he has no intention of nuking anybody. He just wanted nukes to be taken serious on the world stage.
Yeah, he just wanted to
be once you have the nuke, you're a fucking player.
He just wanted a seat at the table. That's it. Like all his threats and stuff. Like all he wanted to do was have a seat at the table. That's all he wanted. He wanted people to take him seriously, and he got it. He got it to an extent. I don't think people take him serious.
Because I mean, I feel like all these leaders, even though they do, like throughout history, have done like crazy, horrific things. I feel like in their minds, they've always justified it to do it for the greater good. They haven't done it just because they want to watch the world burn.
Their end goal ultimately was...
You know what I mean? Like, all these leaders, they're not just saying, like, listen, I'm going to fucking kill everybody and myself and I'm destroying the world. It's no, you're going towards something that you think is the greater good. You just are willing to do whatever it takes to get to that point.
Even though it might be fucked up and wrong.
You know what I mean? Like, no one's just like, no one just wants to watch the fucking world burn.
I mean, there are some people that might.
Yes, but I'm sorry, in like a position of power where you have that position where you just have a ton of nukes. If that was the case, people...
The likelihood of that happening is probably slim to none.
Like, I think it was me and Alan talked about this. You know how like so you have like Hillary Clinton and all like the controversy about like her kill count, shit like that, and just all the crazy stuff. What if like all these people that you see, it's like say she has killed all these people, but like so they're in like that group of people who know the path they want the world to go to, like say to get to like a one world type government type thing. Yes. And it's like ultimately she's doing like in the media these things come out and it's like she's going crazy, she's a lunatic, she's just killing people. But in her mind,
it's the steps that need to be taken.
She's doing what she has to do to feel like to put us on this next level. You know what I mean? And that's just how it's the same way that Hitler was. Like Hitler's idea to like after like he was going for like a one world type order like government. You know what I mean? And he just did horrific things to do that. Like in the same way she is. What if it's like that? Like they're trying to push us, drag us screaming and crying into this new wave, but they just said, fuck it, I have to be the one to do some fucked up shit to get us there. Yeah. So they're like, fuck it, I'll be the bad guy, but I'll get us there. And it'd be like, what if that's how it is? Even though I'm sure like if that's even the case, it's probably way more personal that she just like personal finance and shit like that's why they would do anything. Because I mean ultimately politics is all fucking it's all greed. It's all money. That's all it is. No one really fucking cares. Like once you get to the point of like having serious power and making decisions, I feel like you've already kind of sold your morality. You know what I mean? Because it's just what it is. Like those stand up good people don't make it that far.
I mean, it may be what you truly believe, but some of your beliefs went out the window.
I might just be cynical, but I more subscribe to the thing that. I just don't think that anybody cares about human beings enough to care about that overall.
Talking about the well-being of humanity.
Well, I think anybody doing stuff for that is for pure self-gain. Yeah, I don't see
probably. Yeah.
And it probably I feel like that definitely plays a part into it. Like I mean, but at the same time, if she was the one who develops the one world government, she's probably running the one world government. So like ultimately, she's got something to gain, but at the same time, it's what she feels is best for the people as well. You know what I mean? Not saying it's even like that. I mean, on any way, but just like on like a trippy. Like
on a conspiracy level.
on a conspiracy level, like you can see it like that. In the same way we've always talked about with like the way that when it comes out that like life exists outside of Earth, it'll be conditioned. It'll be all right. We found microbial life. All right, now we found complex life.
They already did the microbial life thing. They found bacteria.
Yes, but they don't know if that was from just like contaminated. That was from it was from Mars.
And I get what you're saying.
They don't know. Yes, they don't know if it was from there or not. So I mean, but who knows? Maybe so. But it's just conditioning its way up.
It'll be here. Yes. Then it'll see what I think.
Because it's not a big jump to say.
With the life thing, it would go microbial, and then I'd see like plant life more ideal before they actually.
It'll be single cellular, multicellular, complex organisms, intelligent life. Yeah. That's how it'll go. Because it's just ultimately, once you find single cell organisms like amoebas and shit like that on another planet, it's not that much of a stretch to say, oh my gosh, now we found multicellular life. Oh my god, now we found plant life, or we found animals and shit like that. Okay, once you find that, people are just gonna be like, all right, well, if that's the case, there's definitely intelligent life out there. You know what I mean? It's just it pulls you up slowly instead of just being like, listen, there is a being out there that's fucking way smarter than us that can kill us.
Yeah, they're just gonna
in
drop
a second.
that bombshell on us. Like, listen,
dude, that's why people talk about like alien
coming.
invasions, dude. That's if you think for 1 second aliens are that fucking dumb to like ruin the planet that they're trying to take from us by invading us. No, they're gonna fucking kill us with a virus. What do you mean?
Don't you think they would have already done that?
That's what I'm saying. Like if aliens are gonna take over the fucking world and kill human species to take it for themselves. You don't think if they can make it here, they can't genetically engineer a virus that would just wipe the fuck out of all humans without firing a single shot or ruining the planet? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? If we go to war with them, that planet they want is done. I'm sure humans, if aliens came here to kill us and we were on our last leg, if you don't think that we would fucking destroy the planet out of sheer spite that they're not getting it,
no, we're gonna
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like on our last button, they'd be like, "Fuck it, if we can't have it, you can't either." Just,
you're gonna kill us all.
It is. That's how we go, man. And like they're not that stupid. If they're smart enough to get here, they're smart enough to say, "We'll kill you easily as fuck."
You won't ever see us
like that.
You'll never see us.
Like the Thanos snap. Bow.
Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good.
Oh, I've always thought it'd be so sick to live in like the Marvel universe or something like that too.
God, it'd be sick.
Oh, it'd be so dope.
It'd be sick. We talked about what superhero? What superpower? Still say fire, man. Still say stay in fire, dude.
Oh yeah, sweat and fire.
No.
They'd be sweating.
So it wasn't. No. I was saying.
I just imagine like
I'm Diesel said I'm here for beer and titties.
Titties and beer
and titties. Well, I mean, none of us really have.
We drink on weekends.
Yeah, I didn't. I actually
do a drunk cast.
I had 2 beers today.
Yeah, I'd be down to the drunk cast again next weekend.
I'll say we do it. Like
Saturday. we were talking about this because we usually go out one night a weekend.
Move
so
it to
we
Saturday,
should either do it
because Fridays aren't really good for me because I'm off at random times.
Yeah, I think we should just choose one of the days we just choose to do it,
and maybe just weekends we got out of town. We'll do something or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm not going out of town for a while. I had
shit. I don't know when I'll go out of town again,
dude. We all need to go back to Nashville. I'm telling you right now.
Vegas. I've heard good things.
Oh my god, dude!
I was conceived.
I've been through there. I've never truly spent time there,
bro. Downtown there.
Yeah,
that is the craziest place I've ever been out.
Really?
Oh my god, dude!
You know when we should go there?
28-year-old.
You bagged her. Nice, good job, dude.
Yeah.
Bro, that's impressive.
She literally left the room with a tag on her ear, like a fucking wild animal.
Damn, dude. Did
like
you
a fucking brand like a cattle.
Pulled the old blue ball approach.
You brand her too? Oh, you did the blue ball approach.
Yeah,
I guess sad.
She was like, I'll just tell you the story. So it started out, we're hooking out. She's like, "You got a condom?" I'm like, just whispering in her ear. I'm like, "What's that?" And then it just logistic wise, we're working out the logistics of how I was gonna get a condom. It was 3 a.m. It wasn't happening, so I just started pulling the blue balls. I was like, "Ah, it hurts." She's like, "What?" I was
what
like,
was the word that
got him.
What was the word that we always talk that it starts with the E that we always throw out there?
Starts with an E.
Yes.
It starts with E. Erectile? I don't know what we're getting at.
No,
I'm confused around.
Me and you have always said it. It was
in what circumstance?
I don't fucking know.
He's just talking about a word.
It starts with the E.
Not logistics, but
ergonomics.
Ergonomics. Yeah, we always think that's like the best way to do it.
I still can't believe that shit worked though, dude. It was like
the blue ball approach worked.
Oh my god, like a charm. It's crazy.
And then 30 seconds later, he
is that your oldest? Is 28 your oldest?
I don't want to say any names, but the girl from Colombia, I don't know how old she is. I think she's 28 too.
My oldest is 17.
So you haven't broke 30 yet? You broke 4. Yeah, damn. You haven't broke 30 yet.
My oldest is
I'll get there eventually.
75, 76.
Yeah, that's a different world, honestly.
I bet.
I like my girls
50 yet. Like
I like my girls so old I have to revive them halfway through.
Not like, damn, dude.
I like a girl I have to show up.
It's like, come back, it's round fucking
EKG.
2.
Dallas like some cold, man.
Oh, listen, man. If I don't see your eyes rolling back, I have to get the fucking EKG. It's like, Claire, God, we're back.
God,
It's like, yo, I was like, everybody's talking about going out. But like, dude, I'm not going out. I'm going to fucking nursing home tonight.
Fuck.
Make them dinner. Drinks. That's how That is, man.
I only know one person who would actually do that.
Shell would fucking do that in a second.
Dude, I talked to him today.
I didn't have to avoid saying his fucking name because he doesn't give a fuck.
Shell Mac 9. I talked to him today about that shit, dude. He was on Tinder and he was like messaging these girls. He's using the same exact pickup line on every single one of them. He said,
"Dude, did I ever tell you about how so all right, you match a girl on Tinder, you're obviously going to go check out her social media,
Yeah.
So every girl I would go match, I started picking up on this. Every girl I match, I go check her out on Instagram and shit, and I'd see the same shit over again. Shell Mac on every single one, dude.
Dude,
I was like, this motherfucker's
Jake,
already been around the block.
He follows them before he swipes on them.
Oh, I bet.
He follows them before he swipes on them. That way, even if they swipe no, he slides in their DMs anyway.
Dude, I just couldn't believe the sheer amount that he's already like.
Dude, you can't, man.
He's a liker.
I was on Instagram. I forget whose page I was on.
You got to start the conversation with, I like where this is going.
No, let me tell you, his pickup line right now is, "Are you the SAT?" ? And then followed up by, "Because I want to do you for 3.5 hours with 10-minute breaks in between for snacks and drinks."
See, that'd be a P.
That's something he would say. Dude.
Oh my god, he's like, and it's working.
Listen.
Meanwhile, he had this full on conversation going with the chick, like showing me, and I was like, "Let's see her, dude." And he closes it out, and then goes scrolls down, goes to another girl, like here. I was like, "No, who's the one you were just talking to, dude? Let me check her out, see how she looks." Wouldn't show me her. I was like, "She's a 4." He said, "Nah, man, I give her a 7." I said, "That means she's a 4, dude."
She likes
homie settles on a 6. That's his 10.
Man, bro.
Dude, so you've been grinding the night.
Yeah.
What'd you think of the getaway mode?
It's cool. I like the skins, and I still haven't got that crowbar. I kind of want the crowbar.
I got the crowbar this morning.
Crowbar's dope. It's just so simple is what I like about it.
I know, simple.
I like how it's
I rock the Scorpion. That's my
Scorpion. That's the girl one, right?
Yeah, I didn't get the dude. I got the chick.
Dude, something about the Fortnite guy skins. I can't remember the last time I bought.
I like them. I still rock Tomato King.
That's why I wanted the new card skins that came out.
I got the wild card
because they're like slender.
You just got to buy one. Yeah, I rock the heart.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the heart one's.
Everyone's like, "Oh, I like the club's dope because it's like the center of his face." Yeah. But the heart's just super clean. The red's dope.
It looks like some 808 and Heartbreak type shit.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's why I like it.
It looks fresh.
Oh
shit! I think Holden's here. I have to go let him in.
Well, damn, dude.
Yo.
Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt the podcast. I gotta get in though. I'm at the front.
You're on live. Anything you want to say to our viewers?
I'll be there in a sec. I know they've been waiting for me, but I'm almost there.
The sass, man.
All right, dog. I'm coming out.
Spectator sass.
You said you're at the front, right?
Who doesn't know?
I'm at the front door.
All right, peace.
Oh man.
Dude, now I need Dallas to come back.
Yeah, we need that. Wait, like,
I
mean, I probably could. They could ask me questions.
Yo, if any of y'all have questions, ask y'all later.
Yeah, ask some questions. Chat it up, guys.
Take a little break.
Yeah, we'll be back momentarily. It's not gonna be 2 minutes. Take you 2 minutes to get down there.
Maybe.
It might take Dallas 10 minutes to get out of there. Yeah, Sass is here, bro. So what's up, chat? How you doing? I see we got some new viewers. If you guys have been here and you've been enjoying the stream, drop us a follow. We also are on YouTube and Instagram at The Breaker Box. So check us social media out. We got no. Jake's going to get Holden. I'm just trying to keep talking, see what's popping.
I still hate that we missed all that conversation.
Yeah, dude,
that was a good one.
Oh my god,
so, I'm not here. You missed a good one. We'll have to touch the topics again next time.
We'll brush over some, yeah, for sure.
It's kind of dope to have Holden back too. We'll have a little.
I like having Sass around, man. He's the Sass man. My computer's gonna die. Do you guys like ASMR? It kind of trips me out, to be honest.
Listen, I told you, me and LA said it earlier, we're going to start our own, and it's just going to be basically us telling you how much of a shithead you are as you fall asleep. So it'd be more like, you know what the fuck, we're just going to fucking kill you, you stupid. I swear to God, your mom just swallowed. I don't know what decided to have you. Alright, this is getting fucking. Alright, I'm done with that. Yeah, sorry. I don't see how people can sleep that. That gives me, it's because they said it's supposed to be good for anxiety. That gives me more fucking anxiety.
Dude, honestly,
listening to
when I
someone
told you earlier, I went down that rabbit hole. I found some that when I say gave me like I just were cringy, I just couldn't do it. I was just like, I can't. This makes me uncomfortable. Then there was others that I would listen to, and I'd just be like, you know what? All right. As long as they weren't like there was like certain sounds that I could fuck with, and there were other ones that just threw me completely off.
Sass.
Spectator sass.
How was the game?
Live.
Great. It was great. Big fan.
Big fan.
You know, win's a win. It was shitty, but it's a win.
First time, long time.
Go Panthers, baby.
The P-Cats keep pounding.
Yeah, I know. I told Jake to put the game on, but he was.
Dude, I don't have anything on contact.
That's what I'm saying. He couldn't put that on, and then we missed half our stream because we were muted.
Yeah, we were muted then.
Sounds like Jake's at bat.
Sounds like Lawson. This is exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Lawson.
Well, the comment section.
Fuck up the comment section, dog.
Comment section was going crazy.
Yo, so football is back. I'm so hyped.
Yeah, it does feel good.
I'm honestly like, don't get me wrong, I watched college football
I'm not
yesterday.
confident in the Gamecocks after yesterday, man.
They played the Dogs, dude.
I know, dude.
What did
still,
you
it's like-
expect?
Listen, after that game, I called God and I put my 2-week notice in.
When
Dude.
Michael texted me and said 31-17 Gamecocks, I just sent back, laugh my ass off because I knew there was no chance.
Dude,
No chance.
Jake Bentley to
It's
me, man.
terrible. The only reason he's on the squad is because his dad's coach.
He just looks like a little kid, man.
He's awful. He's not good.
Like, look at for Georgia. Like, that guy looks like a fucking man.
No, that guy looks like a quarterback. Jake Bentley looks like he's
Jake
still
Bentley
in high school.
exactly.
Like, there's
exactly.
a difference. I'll be totally honest with you. I'm more interested in the NFL than the college game because the quality of play is much better at the professional level. But,
I mean, I just thought we'd be pretty decent this year.
got a good defense. Running back's not
past
bad.
3 years, man, we just had a huge quarterback situation.
You still do. I saw it on Twitter. I don't know the guy that tweeted it. It wasn't anyone I followed. It just showed up as a retweet. The Connor Shaw was arguably the best quarterback South Carolina's had.
100%.
And it wasn't because of his talent. It was because he was a gamer. Like he would.
Well, he was just an intelligent guy too. He made good decisions.
Yeah, but like
you know?
I'm talking about overall like talent and tangibles. Like there were better options at quarterback.
Yeah.
But Shaw was a gamer, and he like understood what he could do in his own ability, and he understood how to get it done. And Jake Bentley doesn't know how to do that, and he sucks. So you like he just fucking. I'm sorry, he's fucking terrible. I saw a bunch of people like before the season on like Bleacher Report and like just websites kind of saying this is going to be a big year for him. You know, we're expecting some big things.
Well, that's why I was hopeful for the season.
He hasn't proven.
I was hopeful for
he hasn't
season,
done anything since he got the starting job to give you the idea that he was going to have a big year.
Yeah.
There has never been one.
Well, I still don't think we're gonna have a bad year, but after that game, I don't see us as a SEC contender.
We're not a contender.
Yeah.
Georgia is the best team in the East. Bama's the best team in the West. They're gonna play it against each other in the national title game, or not national title game, the SEC championship, and the winner is probably gonna end up in the national title. Both of them may be in the playoffs still.
My thing is, though, with us being in the SEC, we have so many weapons offensively and defensively. To have a great season, it's going to have to come down to having a great quarterback. And we just haven't had that since Connor Shaw.
Ball management is key. Clock management. If you can control the clock in the SEC, control the ball, you'll win.
Yeah.
No mistakes. You're good. Limit your mistakes. You're going to have mistakes. And you have to take chances and risks sometimes. So, like, I understand an interception here, but... Dude, Bentley's just bad, man.
You know who's got the most stereotypical looking quarterback in the league right now?
In college football?
Yeah. Clemson.
Oh, you talking about Trevor?
Yeah.
Dude, I'll be honest with you.
He looks like the truth.
Dude,
bro.
that kid's a player. I hate that he went to Clemson.
He's
good. That kid's going to be good.
Wait, Kelly Bryant's still there, right?
Yeah, but they rock that dual quarterback now. They brought in that Trevor dude. I don't know his last name, but that kid can play.
I've heard that
first pass the A&M game.
Bama's doing that too.
I've heard that they're putting a mural.
But Tua is the quarterback, dude. Tua
I heard they're painting a mural in one of the athletic facilities of Dabo, and it's him with his arm around Jesus Christ.
Shut up.
Probably, dude.
On the wall.
That's some
serious.
That's some Clemson shit.
Are you that serious?
No, I'm fucking around.
That's some Clemson shit.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt it.
I can't, dude. I mean,
he seems like a good guy though. He's
dude,
a player's coach, and they love him.
If Dabo Sweeney, if I was a high school kid and Dabo Sweeney and Will Muschamp were sitting down in my living room, both like at different times trying to pitch me, I feel like I would probably be more inclined to play for Dabo.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah. Like the only like, and I'm a Georgia fan first, and Muschamp played at Georgia. I just like don't. I feel like I would be more inclined to play for Dabo.
I mean, I'm a Gamecock fan. That. I'm not a huge Muschamp fan.
I hate that.
Muschamp just looks like he'll tell you to go kill yourself.
No, Muschamp just looks.
Got the look.
I feel like
I think it's just more that we went from Spurrier to Muschamp. I love Spurrier.
Well, dude, Spurrier fucked us before he left.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, he was
like
already checked the fuck out. Like,
yeah,
dude, he's like 70-something years old. He's been checked out forever.
Yeah, but he just for him, he knew when he had a shot. And
his shot was when he had the Rock Hill boys, and when all of them went to the league, it was like, okay, well, this is it. I don't have anything else.
Yeah.
I thought he should have left when that happened, like when all of them were gone. I thought he should have left.
Yeah, probably right.
Well, he knew at that point that like there was nothing else more to do. Like there was no other path to take. Like that was his shot to get a title with us.
And now you know what he is? He's the football ambassador at the University of Florida, and has his own office above the stadium. The field's named after him. Has a statue out there.
It's wild, man.
And then showed up at South Carolina spring game. Like, I'll be honest with you, if I was Muschamp, or if I was the head football coach of South Carolina, I might reach out to him and thank him for like what he did for the university to like put them on track and like get them headed in the right direction. But I would literally tell him, I don't want you coming around here unless we play Florida. We play Florida, yeah, you can come, but I don't want you. You're not showing up.
Yeah,
because you have to try to create your own culture. You have to try to be like, if you just keep bringing Spurrier around, you're trying to relive the past, and you don't want that. You want to create your own. Yeah, dude, letting him look at your offense.
It's a spy.
All right, so y'all ready to call this one?
Yeah, we can.
Next, we're gonna have to rehash some of the topics that we hit tonight and another one because that was a good conversation. But
definitely hate that we had the technical difficulties on the first.
But we'll be back.
We'll be back next weekend. I got a song out right now. If you look up, go to our YouTube or type in Lawson Never Meant to Be on YouTube. It's on there if you want to check it out. Or follow us on Instagram at the Breaker Box.
Make your girl wet.
Yeah, shit. If you want to make your girl wet, trying to fuck your girl to some shit, turn it on.
Seriously, you might lose her to that song.
Yeah, dude.
All right, guys. Take it easy.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for hanging. Peace out.
All right, y'all.